P as well. But Swaggy, what's your reaction to Bam Adebayo?
Hey man,
Up
fuck
83.
Bam. Fuck Bam, man, the Wizards. Fuck all that shit. All that record's supposed to be broken. Hell no. Did you see that? The Wizards. See, I'll be talking about the Wizards. Y'all always support the Wizards. Fucking G League team. French nigga getting dunked on the whole time and shit. Playing no defense.
Swaggy, it is the Wizards. They have been
Bam,
known to be a slump buster for a lot of
83.
players.
He nice, but he not 83 nice. Like, come on, man. This is Kobe. Kobe probably rolling it over in his grave right now. Like, you? Fuck that. Did you see how he was going for it at 74? That was nasty.
Swaggy, how is one supposed to go for it if they're trying to
Get
go?
out the game. You winning by 30. If I had 81, I would have stopped.
No, what I'm saying
I'm not
is,
trying to get fouled with 1 minute left.
no, what I'm saying is, if
1
you have,
minute left, up 30.
I'm
I'm
not-
trying my hardest. They triple teaming him, and he still get the ball. How bad you got to be as a Wizard?
what I'm saying is, I'm asking you a question. If you're the player and you have 74 with 4 minutes left and 81, is that close to you? You want to get pulled out of the game? And you can.
I would get pulled out. Anybody, any coach would pull you out.
You can be number 2 of all time.
If Pat Riley was there, Pat Riley would have pulled him
I'm
out.
not asking.
Hello and welcome to another Sports Spin, where we take a sports story and we spin it. I'm Sun-EB7 and thank you for joining. So the question becomes, does 83 points in a game an NBA great make? That's what you have to be asking yourself. After what we just saw, you heard him up front, pretty frustrated. You know, when I first saw the news break on this one, I gotta admit, something seemed a little off. Even though, you know, I'm happy for the player, you're always happy for the player. You know how it feels when they get that, you know, but then there's this, it depends on how it happens, there's going to be this letdown. And I think he's facing that now. Here's the first thing. Let me speak about what happened before all this came about, because this was kind of funny to me. So a couple weeks ago, when, Trae Young got traded to the Wizards, I remember going on to the channel. I came onto the video and said, first, I went on the X when I heard it. And I left a comment. I said, oh man, Trae Young just got exiled to the Wizards. him and AD. I thought none of it. I felt that way, but I thought none of it. You know, I think nobody paid attention. The next day, the Arena had their show, and they were talking about this very thing, and everybody was defending the Wizards and talking about their great and a great organization. But there was one, Shaggy P. He's the one that was like, "Nah, man, they're not." And you know, he just went on and on. So I was laughing because I felt I was agreeing with him, not them. Gil's Arena. So anyway, fast forward till now, he hits 83. Bam Adebayo, he hits 83 against the Wizards. Of course, it was the Wizards. Well, what did Shaggy P say? This is a G League team. And, you know, he goes off. Look, I don't think Shaggy P has a problem with Bam. I don't think that at all. I think he's saying, no, man, the way you did that was, it was cornflake. And, you know, here's the thing. Again, you got to be happy for the player, right? I mean, because if you're not happy for the player, then you don't do sports. But the Arena tried to do it again. This time they tried to be on Bam's side and go the other way and say you wouldn't do that. You would want them to take you out. And you saw what he said. And the reason I'm playing this is because this goes against what I was saying when I said the NBA is doing things to bring themselves back into prominence, and they're trying all these things. This looks like that. This didn't look like when Kobe hit 81. This looked like, I'm trying to think, there's another time I seen this, but it wasn't this many points, but it was the same thing where just feed the one person the ball and let him be the one to shoot. And you can get 80-something points out of that. It just didn't seem, okay, Bam, great player, great guy, played with LeBron, played with Wade, played with all these players, Shaq, played with all these players, and all of a sudden he just shows up with 83 points. But here's the kicker, though. Now, here's why it looks suspect. Remember when Kobe got his 81? Who was Kobe? He had plenty of games with 50 and 60. Remember when Curry got his 60 points? Look at all those 50-point games he had. Will Chamberlain. The list goes on and on. Jordan, when he got 63. Look at all the 50-point games he had. 60-point even. So for you to just come out the blue and hit 83 points. Now you're sitting there with the people who did it on a regular basis. I don't mean 83 points, but they were high scorers on average. So if Bam goes forward and he starts scoring 50, 60 points a game, this goes away. It's dead. He is that kind of player. But he did it against the Wizards. If he don't do it, and he don't have to do 83 points a game, but if he don't have a 50, 60 point game somewhere along the rest of the season, yeah, it is what it is. And your 60-point games can't be against the Wizards and the bottom of the barrel teams. It's got to be against some teams that are competitive. It's not going to be impressive when you get 83 points against the Wizards. It's just not. And that's not to take anything away from Bam. 83 points is 83 points. But when Kobe hit his 81, were they up by 30? Yeah. When Jordan hit his 63, were they up by 30? No one that got those kind of records was up by 30 when they got it. So it sets you apart from the rest. I want to give him credit. I want to say, that was a great feat, yada, yada, yada. He did have a hot night. But when you're up by 30 and it's less than 5 minutes left in the game, yeah, you're probably going to be pulling that guy, at least at the 3-minute mark. Oh, well, they're saying, well, when he get that close, would you pull him? Yes, you would, because it doesn't matter. If you get the record while they're up by 30, it washes it out. If somebody say, hey, Bam scored 83, somebody else going to say, well, they were up by 30. Then people going to say, well, whatever. Basically, they played a scrub team. When they say, well, Kobe hit 81, and the game was within, I can't remember what the score was on the game. I actually watched that game. And I can't remember what the score was at the time, but it wasn't no blowout when Kobe hit that 81. In fact, the third quarter, it was back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't this. So yeah, this is going to be one that's going to be argued about for quite a while. I wasn't even going to say nothing, to be honest. I was like, yeah, there's nothing to be said. Half the audience is pissed, and half the audience, it loves it. I'm on the side of the audience that doesn't care for it that much. I get it. He's going to be a great player. He's I'm not even one to speak on when you're up by 30 if you run the score up. I ain't one to speak on that. If you can't stop him, that's on you. However, when the game is out of hand and you're still going for a record, yeah, it's not believable. If it's a 10-point game, or yeah, if it's a 10-point, even if it's a 15-point game, you could probably still get away with that. If it's a 10-point game or less, you definitely gonna get away with that. And matter of fact, you would have had 88. or 85 because you'd have played that last minute 16 seconds. But the game being 30, there's no reason you shouldn't have been taken out when you had 74. You should have been pulled. 5 minutes in the game, up by 30. There's no comeback like that. There's no. I mean, if you playing against Curry with Thompson across from him, then you don't pull him because those two can eat a 30 point lead up like Pac-Man. But any other team, nah, you don't pull them. I mean, any other team, you pull them. But those two, Curry and Thompson, yeah, you don't pull them because that'll go away quick. But you know, it is what it is. I just had to make a video right quick. I didn't make one yesterday because I was trying to get this software up. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care.